What's up, guys? It's Noah here from the Digi Bros. Today we're going to be bringing you my take on the Jessmon deck. Jessmon is really cool deck. You guys already know Red Best deck. So this is going to be not the GX version. So I know that deck is really cool, utilizing both the Jessmon GX and the Genkamons, but this is going to be more, I guess, of a budget friendlier build. Even though I do have some cards in here like the ties that are a bit more pricey, but it's just this does not use the GX build. So for our level 7s, we are playing 2 copies of the Blitz Omnimon. Once again, this is a really stellar card, just being able to swing for game. And he is a Royal Knight, so a bunch of your cards do gain additional effects because he is Knight. So just being able to go for game, always stellar. So, all right, next we got 3 copies of the starter deck Jesmon. This guy is exceptionally good, extremely searchable. He's got 1 Digivolving Blitz, and then when attacking, you can play a Sistermon from your hand. And then he has another effect. It's your turn once per turn. Whenever you play a Digimon by an effect, he gains an extra 3,000 and security attack plus 1. So he'll be a 15k 2 checks, and then you get to play a Sistermon from hand. So he's your aggression. Just being able to have that blitz is really strong, so you're able to evolve from your level 5s up into him without passing turn. And to wrap up our level 6 count, we are playing 2 copies of the Jessmon X-antibody. He does have 1 Digivolving. You get to play a Sistermon from your hand, and then if he has Jessmon and its evolution sources, all your Digimon with Sistermon in its play, and himself can attack your opponent's unsuspended Digimon, and they also get plus 2,000. And he does have piercing. He's gonna have piercing, and if you got the Jessmon anti-stack, then you will be able to swing into your opponent's active stuff and give him additional 2,000. So he also will get the evolve to play a Sistermon from hand. So really cool stuff. So that's going to be our top end. Just the 2 copies of the Jessmon X-antibody and the 4 copies of the starter deck one, alongside the 2 Omnimon. So we do have 4 copies of the brand new Savior Huckmon. He's got 1 Digivolving. He can attack your opponent's unsuspended Digimon. So it's cool just being able to evolve in him, swing into their stuff, just to like do some like board maintenance and stuff, and then like set up some other stuff. And then the following turn, being able to evolve into your Blitz Omni to swing for big damage. And he does have the really cool inheritable. When attacking once per turn, this Digimon has Royal Knights in its traits, and you can play a Sistermon from your hand or trash without paying its memory cost. So he's got the old the effect from the old Jesmon that had that when attacking you can do that, but he has it as an inheritable. Really good. He is really good, but I still think that the OG one of Saber Huckmon is better. He's got when evolved, you let you play a Sistermon from your hand. He's got the inheritable when attacking. You can play, or if you have Sistermon to play, then you can suspend Digimon. Now it doesn't really come up as much with the Blitz one, just because you'll Blitz and it's probably gonna pass your turn and he'll become unsuspended. That's cool. But is better, I think, with the Jessmon X-antibody. Just being able to swing piercing over something, unsuspend, and swing piercing over another one, so you get to do board clear, and you get to deal extra damage to their security. So I think the OG Saber Huckmon is just better with the X-antibody Jessmon. And so our last level 5, so we're playing the 1 copy of the Chimeramon. Chimeramon is really cool. Has a bunch of really cool plays that you can do. You can use him to evolve over any of your level 4s, including your Sistermons. And then you can like slot in some of the inheritables that you're missing. Like let's say they checked one of your Saber Huckmons and security, then you can use the Chimeramon to put one of these back under him as the bottom source. Or if you need to be able to pop something, you can go for the Valhuck. That's really cool, just being able to gain back those additional resources that you previously lost as form of the inheritables with the Chimeramon. So it's been really strong. So moving on to level 4s, we do have the old Valhuckmon. I do think this one is the better of all the Battle Huckmons. It's got attacking once per turn. If you do have a Sistermon in play, you can delete one of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 5,000 BP or less. So if they do have like blockers up, because the Crossheart does have the new green blocker, he will be able to delete it when attacking. And just being able to clear out all the small Crossheart stuff. Really good. I know they will save under the Tamers, but that's less bodies they have to attack with. We got 4 copies of the brand new Battle Huckmon. I don't think this one's that great, but he does have Huckmon in name, and he's searchable, so we do have to play him. He's at all turns. This Digimon has Huckmon or Roll Knight. It gets an extra 1,000. Your stuff's already relatively big, so maybe if you do have the new Saber Huckmon, being able to swing over something that's active that has 7,000 DP, because you will gain the additional buff from that one, might come up. Maybe it's green if they have evolved into their Jardamon or their Blossomon, and it's not suspended. That I don't know. I don't think it's that great. But once again, he is searchable, so you do have to play him. And so those are actually going to be the only level 4s we are playing. So we've got to level 3s, or only level 4 red ones we are playing. So on to level 3s, we do have 4 copies of the OG Huckmon. Still one of the best searchers in the game. On play cracked at 5. You can add Jessmon, Huckmon, or Sistermon from amongst them to your hand. You can add 2 copies. Really, really stellar card. So moving on, we do have 4 copies of the Inheritable Huckmon. When attacking, you can crack the top 5. Add all copies of Sistermon amongst them to your hand. I was playing the other day with Digi Levi. I revealed 4 Sistermons off this Inheritable. It's being able to add 4 cards to your hand. Really, really strong. I know a couple players don't really like this Huckmon as much, just because you will bottom deck a ton yourself, like especially if you're like digging for like level 5 or when you're like 6s, and just being able, when you swing, you bottom deck a ton of your stuff. I haven't really had that problem. I'm just using it to dig for the Sistermons. And so the last level 3 we're playing is going to be 4 copies of the brand new Solarmon. Really good against the Crossheart deck, just being able to slow them down. I know they do play a bunch of protection and stuff. Not protection, but deletion. But something that's really cool about Solarmon is that he is red. And so our brand new Sistermon Blanc that we are playing can actually protect him, because she does have the decoy, which is essentially a blocker for destruction of your card effects. So if they do play something like Fireball or any destruction effect that's not DP reduction, because you can't use her to protect from DP reduction, because it will be destroyed by game mechanic and not by a card effect. So once again, the new Sistermon Blanc here, she's got on play, you get to trash card in your hand, draw 2. You can do some really cool plays, because you can't pull your Sistermons out of the trash later. But like, let's say you had the Chimeramon in hand, and then you discard, like, let's say your Saber Huckmon, so that way later you can go to the Chimeramon to pull that Saber Huckmon, put it back under him as a source. A bunch of cool plays and interactions you can do like that with her, and she does have that decoy, so they do try to chase down your big stack with deletion via card effect. You can use her to protect that. So alongside that, we do have 2 copies of the OG Blanc. On play, draw 1, and then she makes all your Sistermon blockers. Still exceptionally strong. Probably the best Sistermon still that we have access to. Just being able to give that widespread blocker to all of your. It's really strong. Moving on, we do have the 2 copies of the OG Sistermon still. On play, you get the game memory. Once again, there are the cool like old plays that you could do with the OG Saber Huckmon. Being, if you're at 3, being able to evolve him for I apologize. Let's say you're at 2 and you evolve the Saber Huckmon, and then you can play the Seal from your hand, being able to push you back to 0, not passing a turn, and then you would be able to evolve one of your Blitz Jessmons from there. Really, really strong. Just a bunch of like cool stuff like that, and just being able to gain additional memory is always helpful as well. And so to wrap up our Sistermon lineup, we do have 2 copies of the new Star Deck Sistermon Steel. She's got on play. You can crack the top 3 and look for a Royal Knight or Huckmon amongst them. It's really solid, and then she's got the inheritable. All of your Royal Knights and Huckmons gain reboot, trying to make it harder just for your opponent to attack over. So once again, these are also level 4s that you can use in combination with either your Huckmons, either one, the new one or the old one, and you can evolve those into the Chimeramon with the DNA Digivolution, because he can take any colors. So if you do have a level 4 that you're pushing out from the raising area, then you can use it and any of these to evolve into the Chimeramon, which is just super strong to get your level 5 for free, essentially. So that's why Chimeramon is super strong in this deck, because we are playing the Sistermons and just being able to check additional resources and gain stuff back. So moving on to Tamers, I am playing 2 copies of Tai. Just having a memory Tamer is really strong, and I feel like this deck needs it. I've seen a lot of like profiles where players don't play it, which I don't understand. He's also giving additional checks to your Jessmons and your Jessmon X-antibodies. They will have a full stack. But I don't know. Why are players not playing memory Tamers inside Jessmon? I feel like this is one of the decks that need it the most, because there's so much stuff you want to do with just the limited amount of stuff that you have. Brand new card. We do have 3 copies of From Master to Disciple. It's kind of like a memory boost where you can crack the top 3. You can add a Sistermon, Huckmon, or Royal Knight amongst them, and then you trash the rest, and then it has a delay effect where the next time you would evolve, it's going to be reduced by 1. I was trying 4 copies. 4 copies just seemed a bit too clunky. I just always had in my hand. I just never had the time to play it. So I did drop it down to 3, but if you did want to play 4, for that as well. Followed that by 2 copies of Red Memory Boost. Something else that is cool about From Master to Disciple, because you're not gaining memory off the effect, it can play around like Terramons and other memory floodgates, where the OG Memory Boost cannot. But you know, Memory Boost, crack top 4, and it's got the delay to stay on field, and you trash and gain 2 memory. And up next, I am playing 2 one-ofs. I am playing 1 copy of Judgment of the Blade, just being able to give your Huckmon or any of your Royal Knights being able to attack your opponents. It's a spin Digimon, and then in the security, it lets you add this card to hand. Then you can play Sistermon from your hand or trash, being able to do a bunch of cool stuff like that. And the last one we were playing is the new copy of Osh Generics, where it's a 1 cost, and then you give one of your Digimon 2000. But if you have a Huckmon or Royal Knight in play, you also get the gaining memory and gives it piercing. So essentially free plus 2k and piercing. So yeah, so that's going to wrap up our main deck. And so we also playing for our eggs 4 copies of the Gurumon. It's got 1 attacking. This Digimon has 6,000 DP. Then you're able to draw a card. Just drawing cards is good. Being able to search top 5 with the Sistermon, not Sistermon. Search top 5 for Sistermons with the Huckmon. Really strong, so you're always going to be getting additional resources when attacking. So yeah, that's going to be our Jessmon Day profile. Once again, I am Noah from the Digi Bros, and I'll catch you guys